What's good, family? Welcome back to another WWE Smackdown results overview, uh, opinions, whatever. I don't have a name for it. We're just gonna talk about a recap for Smackdown. That's all this is. We'll do AEW Rampage in another video, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for all the people who have been subscribing recently. We got about like 3 or 4 new subscribers within the last day, and that's a lot to me. I appreciate it. So let's get into it, man. If you're coming here from TikTok, comment down below. If you're coming here from a new whatever, comment down below. It helps the analytics. All right, help me out. First things first. You noticed that Pat McAfee wasn't on SmackDown tonight. That is because he had obligations with the Super Bowl. He was just, or not really obligations, but he's gonna be there. And Corey Graves stepped up and commentated, which again doesn't really bother me because I like Corey Graves. Not too bad. Minor pot shots being thrown towards Pat didn't really need to be necessary, but maybe they told him to do that, I guess. Moving on. We opened up the show with Sonia Deville coming out and basically stating that she's going to fine Ronda Rousey 100 grand and she's going to be suspended indefinitely for putting her hands on her last week. Quick recap. Last week, she came out, put her in the arm bar, and Sonya Deville was wearing a cast today, or like an arm sling. Not cast, I apologize. And then Adam Pearce comes out and was like, all right, well, per Vince McMahon, per Vincent Kennedy McMahon, damn it. No. Basically, she's not going to be fined. She's not going to be suspended. That's declined. The second thing is you are not allowed to lay your hands on Naomi as you have been having a bit of an abusive power trip lately. If you get involved in tonight's main event against Naomi and Charlotte and you put your hands on Naomi, your job is in severe jeopardy. So that sounds good to me. I feel like they addressed it well. And then Naomi basically goes, oh, well, since you can't put your hands on me, I'm justified in doing this. Bam, hold that. Slaps the taste out of her mouth, nearly breaks her jaw. It was great. Next thing we have is Los Lotharios, which now go by the Lethal Lovers. And they were taking on Big E and Kofi Kingston, 2/3 of the New Day. So while that was happening and they came out, I felt like I wanted to talk about this. Yeah, I responded with this. All right, anyway, follow me on Twitter if you don't already. They basically came out and they did what's called a kiss cam. Now, if you guys remember, the great Khali used to do that back in the day, among others. And it didn't really work that well for them back then. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to stick. I don't think this was a good idea. This was obviously a plant. Like, it's not a real fan. Duh. You could tell by how she was standing and where she was at, and then she wasn't in the camera shots anymore when they showed the rest of the show. I'm cool with them getting, more time on TV. I was even okay with them defeating the New Day tonight. It's all good to me. Because Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo are a phenomenal talent, and I think they would excel as this good tag team. The problem is this nonsense. If this is what gets them in Vince's eyes over, though, if that's what gets them more TV time, then so be it. But again, like I said, I don't think it's necessary. I think they just use their charismaticness, their charisma, if you will, that they already possess, and just get a bit more time to polish their English and mic time, and like nuances of like positioning and timing and things like that, and they'll be great. But again, I don't like it, but if it's gonna get them more TV time, it is what it is. I think the tag team division needs them. So there you go, Kofi Kingston doing his thing. It was actually a really good match overall. But again, Los Lotharios, Angel Garza, I believe, or was it Humberto? I can't exactly remember who picked up the freaking pin. I want to say it was Angel Garza, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. Anyways, next thing we have is an interview where he was going to speak about Goldberg. And again, Roman killed it on the interview per usual. Paul Heyman doing his whole I'm in love with him type of thing, looking at him with such admiration. I want a girl to look at me like that. Yeah, man. So he literally, the most savage line in the entire flippin' promo is that this man says he's going to Goldberg. Which, again, I had to comment. I see what you did there. Yeah, it was clever. Okay, very clever. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Roman's trash and this and that, but he's literally carrying SmackDown. I mean, there's no one that they can put in his position that would excel in this current role. He's been champion for 530 days. It wouldn't even bother me if he was champion for another year, so long as they maybe tweak the bloodline a little bit. I think they should add Naomi to it. That's just my own personal opinion. I think that would rejuvenate things a bit. Um, maybe show minor cracks in the armor a little down the line to get that whole, like, when he loses the title thing a bit more believable. I think he's gonna win the unification title thing that they're going for with Brock Lesnar and him. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think about Roman. I think he's doing a great job. I think his promo work has definitely improved. I think having Paul Heyman by his side definitely helps with the believe appeal of him talking and things like that. He doesn't say much. He doesn't need to say much, and that's what works for his character. See, this is what I'm talking. Well, my face is in the way. Wow, moron. Hold on, let me back out of this. That I didn't think this through. You see, like, his face. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he looks at him like with admiration, but like also like, yeah, Roman's super menacing. Like, it was great. You know what I mean? Like, it was great. Next match we have is the BOAT, Natalya, the best of all time, as self-proclaims, against Natalya in a submissions match. And Natalya picks up the W. People were confused because Aaliyah essentially touched the ropes, but my understanding is that in a submission match, there are no rope breaks. So, yeah. Anyways, Aaliyah hits the ropes, and as she's hitting the ropes, she's forced to tap because Natalya got her in the sharpshooter. After the match proceeded, the whip on her. Xia Li comes out, makes the save. It looks like they're setting up a program between Xia Li and Natalya. Natalya is most likely going to put Xia Li over as well. Next thing we have is Sami Zayn doing the Zayn, and basically Shinsuke Nakamura and Freddie Mercury, Rick Boogs, comes out, and I do like this match. I think it needed to happen. Sami Zayn's been number one contender for about 6 weeks, and he tells Shinsuke Nakamura that he's been ducking him. Sorry. They're gonna have the match on SmackDown because, as you guys know, Sami Zayn doesn't go to Saudi. Whole background on that, you guys can just go on his Twitter. He usually explains why. Anyways, they're gonna have the match on SmackDown next week. Next match we have is Happy Corbin against Cesaro. Cesaro loses clean. Didn't even get an entrance. He just lost 1, 2, 3. I wasn't too happy with this, but again, Happy Corbin hasn't really lost since like July of last year on SmackDown, or August or something like that, so it kind of makes sense. Anyways, Madcap Moss was trying to get out of the match with Drew McIntyre at the Elimination Chamber, stating that he lost vision. Next thing you know, Drew McIntyre appears with, what the hell is this sword's name again? Angela? Was it Angela? Tell me the name of the sword again. I forgot. It is Angela, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Angela. I'm pretty sure it was Angela. Anyway, really good selling by Madcap, making it look believable. It sounded like Drew McIntyre had piped in cheers. Can't really confirm nor deny that at this point. And then they honored The Rock's father. That was great. Rocky Johnson. Good little video package that they did, narrated by Dwayne himself. I enjoyed it. It was great. Goldberg does his whole, I'm going to do another promo thing. No, I'm just kidding. Michael Cole did a promo or interview with Goldberg now to respond to Roman Reigns. Goldberg tells him, don't worry about it. We're cool. Like, just do your job. And then basically Goldberg goes, as far as comebacks are concerned, this one's going to stick. He stated that Roman will acknowledge him when he becomes the new Universal Champion. Main event time, we see Naomi and Charlotte. Now, a couple of critiques with this match. The match was not bad by any means. But my small issue with this was that there was a lot of miscommunication between them in minor, like, so when Naomi was going for the rear view, which is where she thrusts her buttocks against the opponent's face, there was a miscue there where she was like trying to like do it, and Charlotte kind of like hesitated for a split, or she hesitated, I don't know, and it just didn't really connect properly. There was like different cuts of the camera trying to clean that up. There was also another cut with Charlotte trying to hit the natural selection. I don't know if there was other, not really botches, but like other, I don't like really using that word too much, but like other errors in communication, I guess. The match overall was good, though. I enjoyed it. It was a good match, good, worthy main event match. Charlotte hits the natural selection, gets the 1, 2, 3, and we'll talk about what happens after that. Next week, they have announced that Goldberg and Roman Reigns will be face-to-face right before the Elimination Chamber. We wanted a contract signing, but okay, who's we? I agree. There's no need for that. Then they're also going to do, like I said, the Intercontinental Championship of Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn. and I'm all for that, man. Yeah, it was again, that right there, good match. It was a good match overall. Bow, hold that backbreaker. Let me see if I can show. I kind of can't. I don't want to get copyrighted, but anyways, Charlotte wins. Like I said, hitting the natural selection. Then what winds up happening is Sonya starts jumping her with Charlotte. Rousey comes out, tells her, "Hey, I'm in a sling. Don't hurt me." It looks like they're leading up to a 2-on-2 tag match at Elimination Chamber, which I'm all right with, because it's going to be 2 women's matches on the card, and that's cool. Like, that's great. I'm assuming they've had 2 women's matches before. I think. So let's see. There was Becky, Sasha, Bianca Belair in a triple threat, and then that was the last time they were in Saudi Arabia. I'm just trying to think, but I can't think of anything. But I'm sure there were. Maybe there was 2 matches. Again, I can't remember that far back. I should have Googled all these things, but again, I don't have a script. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I just kind of say it. But I know for a fact that this time around they're having 2 matches on the card with women's matches, and that's great. I'm all for that, because I know with the whole thing that's going on over there. Anyways, I don't want to get too much in that type of politics. I don't want to get canceled, but yeah, they're gonna have a 2-on-2 tag match. It's gonna be great. In case you guys didn't know as well, by the way, if you're in the Eastern, they're gonna start at 12 p.m. versus what they normally do, which is around 8. Just be mindful of that. It's Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys, man. Breaking. New champion crowned at Smackdown tapings in New Orleans. What? Who's the new champion? Oh. During a special Smackdown taping on February 11th, Sami Zayn defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. But why? But why would they announce it? Like, why? Why would? Okay. So they're recording. That makes sense though, that they were recording SmackDown, because the travel to Saudi Arabia is like damn near 20 hours or 24, something like that. Matter of fact, let's Google it. New Orleans to Saudi Arabia flight time. 15, yeah, I was close. I said 20 hours. I was close. It was 16 hours. But if you count in all the traveling and like getting to the airport, baggage claims, all that crap, it's like 20 hours. Anyways, I don't know why they needed to tweet this. I guess because they don't want fans to spoil it before they get a chance to do it. Let's see how everybody feels about this. Why would you tweet this? Right. They knew it was going to be leaked, so they might as well do it themselves. I agree. Can't have the results spoiled if we leak it ourselves. That's big brain. I'm not surprised. Yeah, it makes sense. Yo, it's funny that I read this in Seth's voice. It is very smart though. Yeah, I'm cool with this. You know what I mean? I'm okay with this. It just means that when we watch it, they're probably gonna pipe in cheers and boos and things like that for the Roman and Goldberg segment. Yeah, it's all good. Honestly, I don't have an issue with it per se. I really don't. I don't mind it actually. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys, man. Please let me know what you guys think about this in a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.